Okay, let's get straight to it. Are you completely clueless about how much money you should have saved by now? Are you secretly terrified that everyone else has it figured out and you're just winging it? Hey there, and welcome. If you've ever felt a knot in your stomach when you think about your savings, you're definitely in the right place. Forget those vague, save more, spend less platitudes. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty with real numbers, real strategies, and a healthy dose of reality. We're breaking down the savings game by age, giving you a clear roadmap to financial security. Whether you're just starting your career, navigating your prime earning years, or eyeing retirement on the horizon, this video will give you the knowledge and the kick in the pants you need to get your finances in order. We'll tackle the common pitfalls, the surprise expenses that can derail even the best laid plans, and the strategies that actually work. So stick around, because by the end of this, you'll not only know where you stand, but you'll also have a plan to get where you want to be. Okay, let's get real. We all know money talk is awkward. Like asking for a raise or admitting to your dentist you haven't flossed since 2019. But here's why these numbers matter more than you think. They're not about judgment, they're about freedom. Knowing where you stand means you can stop guessing and start winning. So let's cut through the awkwardness and get to what actually works. Now, before we dive into specific numbers, let's address the elephant in the room. Everyone's situation is different. Your income, your expenses, your debt load, your family situation, it all plays a role. So while we'll provide some general guidelines, remember that these are just guidelines. You'll need to adjust them to fit your own unique circumstances. But here's the thing, even with all those differences, there are some fundamental principles that apply to everyone. And those are the principles we're going to focus on today. All right, enough chit chat. We're going to break this down by age group so you can, 1, find where you should be right now. 2, see if you're actually on track. And 3, learn exactly how to catch up if you're not. First up, your 20s, where you're adult enough to pay bills, but still young enough to cry about it. Let's be real, your 20s are basically adulting with training wheels. You've got the degree, the entry-level job, and the crippling realization that avocado toast might actually be why you'll never own a home. But here's the good news. This is the perfect time to set up your future self for success, or at least avoid eating cat food in retirement. So what's the magic number? By 30, aim to have saved at least 1 times your annual salary. Yes, even if your salary currently qualifies as I'll take payment in exposure. Why? Because of compound interest, the closest thing to a money cheat code. Here's why starting early is everything. Save $200 per month at 25 equals $528,000 by 65 at 7% returns. Wait until 35, you'd need to save $400 a month to catch up. So what should your game plan look like? First, tackle that debt like it's the last slice of pizza at a party, aggressively and without apology. Student loans or credit card balances. They're just weeds in your financial garden, and the sooner you yank them out, the sooner your money can grow. Next, automate your savings like you're setting up a Netflix subscription. Painless, automatic, and something future you will binge with gratitude. Don't leave free money on the table. If your job offers a 401k match, grab it like it's the last life vest on the Titanic. This is literally the easiest raise you'll ever get. Finally, dip your toes into investing with index funds, the set it and forget it crockpot of wealth building. You don't need to be a Wall Street guru, you just need to start. Small steps now equals giant leaps later. Boom. And the best part, you don't have to be perfect. Just start. Future, you will high five, present you so hard. Next up, your 30s, when your paycheck grows up, but so do your expenses. That magical time when you're finally making real money, only to watch it vanish into mortgages, daycare, and the sudden urge to buy organic everything. This is the decade where financial freedom starts feeling like a mythical creature. But here's the game plan. Aim to save 3 times your salary by 40. Yes, that's $210,000 if you're making $70,000. Before you panic, remember This is where compound interest starts working like your personal money-making robot. The strategy? First, retirement contributions aren't optional anymore. Max out that 401k like your future depends on it, because it does. Your house should be a home, not a financial ball and chain. Buy what you need, not what impresses your Instagram followers. If kids are in the picture or might be, start saving now. Those little bundles of joy come with price tags that would make a Kardashian blush. Spread your investments around like you're feeding pigeons. Don't put all your financial eggs in one basket. And that budget you maybe sort of followed in your 20s, time to tighten it up. Track every dollar like it's the last mozzarella stick and the table's full of hungry toddlers. Here's the good news. Your 30s are when smart money moves start paying off big time. The bad news? That avocado toast still isn't going to buy itself, but stay disciplined now and your 40s self will be too busy enjoying financial security to care about your receding hairline. Now let's get into your 40s. The financial tightrope, walk of peak earnings and peak expenses, that exhilarating yet terrifying decade where you're finally commanding the salary you've always wanted while writing checks to everyone from orthodontists to college bursars. This is your financial prime time, where all those smart money habits from your 20s and 30s either pay off spectacularly or come back to haunt you. The target? Have 6 times your annual salary saved by 50. For a $100,000 earner, that means staring down a $600,000 nest egg. Daunting, absolutely impossible. Not if you've been playing the long game. This is when retirement stops being theoretical and becomes urgent. Max out every contribution opportunity, especially those catch-up provisions after 50. Your kids' college funds need aggressive attention now, unless you fancy co-signing student loans until you're 70. Insurance becomes non-negotiable. Life, disability, long-term care, because midlife is when what-if scenarios become oh crap realities. Debt is public enemy number 1. Eliminate high-interest obligations before they sabotage your hard-earned progress. And if your financial picture has grown more complex than your fantasy football lineup, it's time to bring in a professional advisor. The beautiful irony of your 40s? Just as you reach your earning zenith, life serves up its most expensive challenges. But stay disciplined. This decade's financial decisions determine whether your 50s are spent building wealth or playing catch-up. The clock's ticking, but the payoff is worth it. Moving on to your 50s. Congratulations! You've reached the decade where your knees crack louder than your investment returns, but your savings should be hitting their prime. The goal? Save 10 times your salary by 60. Yes, that's $1.2 million on a $120,000 income. Daunting? Maybe. Impossible? Not if you've been stacking cash like a squirrel with trust issues. Now's the time to go all in. Max out. Retirement accounts like your golden years depend on it. They do. Ditch the McMansion. Your empty nest doesn't need a mortgage-sized echo. Get real with a financial advisor about Social Security and healthcare costs, because Medicare won't cover your golf injuries, and your I'll Work Forever plan has an expiration date. Stay focused. Market dips? Irrelevant. Adulting regrets? Save those for therapy. Your future self doesn't want a side hustle. They want a beach chair and the ability to retire before your back does. Now the finish line's in sight. Cross it like the financially savvy warrior you are. Ice pack and sensible shoes, optional. Okay, we've covered the ideal savings plan. Now let's get real. Life has a funny way of laughing at our carefully crafted budgets, doesn't it? Just when you think you've got your finances figured out, boom, your car's transmission dies, your dog needs emergency surgery, or your job suddenly disappears. These aren't just minor inconveniences. They're financial gut punches that can knock even the most disciplined savers right off track. And that's just the beginning of the challenges. Debt hangs over many of us like a dark cloud, whether it's student loans that follow you like a bad ex, credit card balances that never seem to shrink, or a mortgage that eats up half your paycheck. Then there's lifestyle creep, that sneaky phenomenon where every raise somehow disappears into slightly nicer apartments, fancier groceries, and subscriptions you forgot you had. The truth is, knowledge gaps and procrastination make everything harder. Here's how to stop your future self from face palming at your bank statement.
Finance Fiascos Volume 1 Raw Confessions plus mind map PDFs for bite-sized quick review of these videos. Use code CLUE10 for 10% off today only.
Many of us were never taught basic money management, so we're left guessing how to handle our finances. And let's be honest, I'll start saving next month is the financial equivalent of I'll start my diet on Monday. The problem, time doesn't wait for you to get your act together. The longer you put it off, the steeper the climb becomes. Here's the good news. Recognizing these obstacles is the first step to overcoming them. Now let's talk solutions. So how do you tackle these obstacles head on? The answer isn't about perfection. It's about creating smart systems that work even when life gets messy. First things first, build that emergency fund. Think of it as your financial airbag. You hope you'll never need it, but when life crashes into you, you'll be incredibly grateful it's there. Aim for 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses tucked away where you can grab it in a pinch. Now, let's talk budgets, but not the miserable deprivation kind. Your budget should be like a good pair of jeans. Supportive, but not suffocating. Track where your money actually goes. Yes, even those midnight Amazon purchases. Then make adjustments that feel sustainable rather than punishing. The real magic happens when you automate your savings, out of sight, out of mind, until one day you look at your balance and do a double take. Sometimes saving more means earning more, whether it's negotiating a raise, starting a side hustle, or finally monetizing that weird hobby. Boosting your income gives you breathing room. And don't underestimate the power of cutting costs. Canceling unused subscriptions or meal prepping can free up surprising amounts of cash. Knowledge is power here. Spend time learning about money, not Wall Street jargon, but practical strategies that work in real life. And remember, small, consistent steps beat grand gestures that fizzle out. Start where you are, use what you have, and keep showing up. Your future self will thank you. Let's tie this all together. Saving isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Time is your greatest ally. Start now, even if it's $20. Consistency beats grand gestures, small drops fill the bucket, and retirement savings should be non-negotiable. Your future self has veto power. Crush debt like it insulted your mother, track spending without obsessing, and keep an emergency fund so life's surprises don't become crises. Stay curious. Financial literacy is a superpower. And when setbacks hit, because they will, just keep moving. This isn't a sprint to some arbitrary finish line. It's about building a life where money serves you, not the other way around. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more financial tips and strategies.